Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Jones and I'm so pleased to be able to welcome you today to your One Rotary Summit. A couple of years ago, many of us in the training area took a look at what was going on in all of our different districts, and we found that there were a multitude of different training opportunities. And while this was good, we know that our time is very valuable and very precious, and we wanted to look at how we could streamline things a little bit more. In some districts, we would have independent membership seminars, we'd have independent foundation seminars, independent public image seminars. But what we realized was that we can't talk about any of these individually without talking about them being together. There are three legs in the stool. So if you think about it this way, public image, if we're talking about the good things that we're doing in our community, well, you know what? People want to join with us. If they join with us and they become members in our organization and they see the great things that we're doing, it's really not that hard to get them to understand how our Rotary Foundation helps us to do good in the world. And if we're doing good in the world, we want to tell people about it. So there we go right back to public image again. And those intersect in many different ways. And so that's what a One Rotary Summit is all about, is really trying to figure out and determine and talk about the synergies between our membership, foundation, and public image. So today you're going to work through all different kinds of things to learn more about this and be able to take this information back to your own clubs and make it practical and something that you can implement and something that you can celebrate and move forward, because it's going to make your club better, stronger, and all of you will indeed grow your own leadership capacity. So thank you for being part of the One Rotary Summit. I hope you have a fabulous time today.
Hi, my name is Michael Angelo Caruso. I'm a proud Rotarian. I'm here with Jennifer Jones, also a proud Rotarian.
Hi, Michael.
And we wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we're Rotarians. Jennifer, you've been a Rotarian for many, many years. You're, in my view, a role model Rotarian in so many ways. Why are you a Rotarian? What really makes it happen for you?
You know, I think that for me, so much of it is about the personal skill development that I've been able to get out of Rotary. And, you know, I often reflect upon the fact that, you know, through all of the different Rotary experiences that I've had, I can say, you know, that I'm a better public speaker, I'm a better event planner, I'm better at fundraising, I'm better at a lot of different things because of what I've experienced by being a Rotarian. You know, we've done a ton of research over the past couple of years about Rotary, our brand, and what makes us unique and different from other organizations. And one of the lines that we tested, and I love this, and I think this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm a Rotarian, it's that if one Rotarian can change a community, unite 1.2 million of us, and we can change the world. And wow, that to me is a really powerful statement, because it talks about that ultimate connectivity that we have by being Rotarians. And, you know, quick story, we were fortunate enough to be at a district conference in Taiwan last year, and I met this young Rotarian, 34 years old, Dolly. And they had taken us to see a project that they were working on where they had computer labs in a local high school where they were teaching English as a second language. And then those students were teaching kids in a rural community where they'd set up other computer labs. So then we got onto a subway to go and see the public image ads for this project. So Dolly and I are talking, we're all taking selfies, and I said, Dolly, we need to stay friends on Facebook. So she sets up a hotspot right on the spot. I connect on and we become Facebook friends. Well, it pops up automatically, you have 11 friends in common. Oh. Now, I've just met 34-year-old Dolly in Taiwan for the very first time, and I say, you know Holger in Germany? Yeah. You know Rodrigo in Panama? You know Julio in Mexico, Maynard in the USA? And these were real, authentic connections. This wasn't me and her just, you know, having a big Facebook family. This was really legitimate. And I met another really great Rotaractor who summed it up really best. She said, if you want to join a big organization, join Facebook. If you want to join a quality organization, you join Rotary. And I think that is bang right on the spot. So how about you?
Well, you know, people talk about Rotary being the first social network.
Exactly.
Facebook's just been around for a few years compared to Rotary. I also believe that I'm a better person in so many ways because of Rotary. But I love I like the automated give back that Rotary offers. You know, Rotary is systematic in the way that it allows people to give back, weekly or monthly, right? And one of my favorite events of the year in my club, which is the Troy Rotary Club in Michigan, is what we call the turkey trot on Thanksgiving morning. It's not a run. On Thanksgiving morning, we all deliver turkey dinners, pre-cooked turkey dinners to people in the community that might not otherwise afford that kind of a meal. And I vividly remember the very first year that we did it, we knocked on the door of a family, and the people that opened up the door, Jennifer, could not speak English. They were so new to our country. They had just arrived. They had no money, no form of income. They couldn't even thank us because they didn't know how to say thank you in English, but they said thank you with their eyes. Yeah. And they invited us in and wanted to take a photo with us and their family, you know. And that visit to that home on that morning reminded me about why I'm a Rotarian. It's a fantastic organization, and it's without a doubt the best decision I've ever made.
Well, and you know, it's interesting because you talk about coming into contact with someone who you know comes from another part of the world, and we have this wonderful opportunity through Rotary to experience that in our own backyard, but also scale globally and be able to go out into the field far-flung and have these kinds of experiences. So it's in our own backyard, but it's also in other parts of the world, and it's all possible because of Rotary.
Sure. So we're encouraging people to explore the Rotary Foundation, explore Rotary as a membership opportunity, not only for you, but for other people. And I think it's the best thing going.
So recently, we've launched a new vision statement for the organization, and I know that you know it, but I want to share this because I think this is really something that's going to drive a lot of change in how we look at Rotary and how we speak about Rotary. And that's that we unite leaders and to take action, and we create lasting change in our own world, in our communities, and in ourselves.
Yeah.
And that last part, I think, is probably one of the most important parts of that. That, you know, together we do create this lasting change, but when it's in ourselves, that's a huge part of the value proposition of what you get, because you can wake up and you can become a changed person because of your association in this organization.
And it's an interesting thing, you know, you think you belong to a charitable organization, and then it's you doing nice things for other people all the time. But the real gift, the real charity, is what you get inside.
Exactly.
And that's why Rotary is so great.
Exactly. So thank you for being leaders in our great organization, and we look forward to seeing you somewhere down the road in the Rotary world. Take care, everybody.
I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we're better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat-screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat-screen TVs. They've been making flat-screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. Sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right, because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart, or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
Now, I want to tell you something. I'm single, and I wear my rotary pin all the time. And so when I'm out, and women ask me, single women ask me, what's that pin for? My elevator speech is different for them. And yours would be too. So if it's a Rotarian or a prospective Rotarian asking me about the pin, I'll say to them, they'll say, what's the pin for? And I say, well, that's a rotary pin. And what do you think 99% of the people say right after that? You've been there a million times. They say, what is rotary? And to that I say, rotary is the best decision I've ever made. And what do you think they say to that? Why? Now this is a key moment, you guys, because I am no longer selling them rotary. They're interested in rotary. You understand? And if you're in sales, you know it's much better if the other person's asking for the product or the salesperson by name than the salesperson thrusting the product down the other person's throat, right? So when he says, what's rotary? Rotary is the best decision I ever made. Why is that, right? And I say, well, because it's bigger than anything I've ever done in my life. It's allowed me to be a complete human being. And I really enjoy it. And and by the way, if you're married, you probably can't say it's the best decision you've ever made. I'm not going to do any better than that, man.